Greetings everybody, mattwandcow here, and welcome to another episode of the WandCowPack Test World. Today, Timmy's Hate was talking, and we talked a little bit about Thaumcraft, and he doesn't know much about how to get started on Thaumcraft, so I decided that I was going to teach you. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to get ready, and we actually need to go and grab us a crafting bench real quick. Bam. So, I can get rid of that now. So, in a crafting bench, like, the first thing that you need to do with Thaumcraft, you know, if you look at the recipes, hold on, I can find the recipes, there we go. There's an iron-capped wooden wand, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to hit a recipe. That didn't work, because that's not what, that's my, what? There we go. Iron cap and stick, and iron cap is that. So, we're going to grab us some iron nuggets real quick. And we need 2 of these. Okay, we're actually done with those. And a stick and an iron cap gives us an iron-capped wooden wand. And this is the first thing, oh, here's the one I cheated in. This is the first thing that we get to do stuff with. It's just, you know, right now it doesn't really do anything. But there's a couple of things we can do with it. First thing that you need to do as part of Thaumcraft is you need to take your wooden wand, go up to a bookshelf, and right-click. And that'll make a magical book called the Thaumonomicon, which is the, you know, it's got this tech tree of everything that you can do. It's your resource. Here's, like, all this stuff about wands. Here's all this stuff about the plants and doing research. Some of it I will be showing you here. Others of it I won't necessarily be. So once you get that, and you'll be looking through this, if you go to Artifice, there's something called a thermometer. And this is how you get aspects. This is like the second thing you need to make after your wand. I've got one right here. And what this lets you do, sadly the reset command for Thaumcraft doesn't reset these, otherwise I'd totally show you these ones. But it allows you to scan things and see the aspects inside of them. So I can right click on sandstone and it'll show me the things. There are 6 primal aspects, and if I click here it'll show me air, aqua, igneous, ordo, perdito, and terra are the 6 primal aspects. Everything else is made through a combination of aspects, and you can actually find some of those combinations of aspects in the world. For example, one of the ones that I know off the top of my head is if I grab a torch and put it down, torch is an aspect called lux, which is light, which is air plus fire. Down on the bottom right, it's kind of hard to see. I can get it so it's a bit more. It's got a little text that comes up on your screen telling you things about what you just discovered. So that's the pretty much once you have this, carry it around with you everywhere and come and scan absolutely everything, because you never know. This one just gave me metal, which is cool. Sometimes you have to hold shift to not open inventories, and you just scan absolutely everything. And there'll be some stuff, for example this crafting bench, it says on the bottom right, you do not have all the knowledge required to understand this, and so there's going to be stuff I have to do. There's aspects that I have to unlock before I get to that. So that's what the thermometer does. I want to hit my inventory. I'm going to toss it away. The next thing we need, I can get rid of the crafting bench, I can get rid of the bookshelf, I can get rid of the sandstone, I can get rid of the ice, I can even get rid of the bucket of water. I can still get rid of the ice. Okay. This right here is a Thaumcraft. It's like a decorative item. I actually really like the look of it because it looks cool from above, it looks cool from the sides. This is a table. And you actually need to make 3 of these. They're pretty easy to make. The first one, the one that's by its onesie, if you right click it with a wand, it becomes an arcane work table, which is a crafting bench, which not only is it just like a standard crafting bench, but it'll keep inventory. You don't have to lose things, so that's kind of convenient. It's a cheap way of doing that. It also has your wand in it because this is how you make some magical things. You might need one of these. Hold on, let me check. I'm not actually sure. You don't need one for a Thaumeter, but for... Oh, okay. No, wait. No, nope, nope. No, I didn't necessarily want to do that. Oh, sweet. I already duplicated the paper. So, yeah. There's some recipes. Let me find one. Like this right here. To make Salus Mundus, which is extremely useful for later game stuff and extremely annoying if you don't prep and start making it early game. You need to put it in, and you need to have your wand in with these 5 aspects charged on your wand. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, that's that. Then I actually need to duplicate that real quick. The other 2 you place next to each other, and you make the scribing tools, which is a glass vial or a glass bottle, a feather, and an ink sac. And you right-click on that, and it forms this... Oh, I could have saved it anyway. This awesome little desk thing that's got papers and a thing. It just looks really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is called your research table, and it's very, very useful for progressing through Thaumcraft. So what we do is, first of all, let's explain a little bit what's going on here. First, up here on the top left, this is where you put scribing tools. There needs to be ink to be able to do things. Top right is where we are working on a current research note. I'll show you how to make those in a second. Over here, let me grab my wand so you guys can see. I think I make my mouse invisible. I can never remember. So yeah, ink, notes. This right here, we'll get to in a bit, but it's where we actually do the work of the research. These right here are all the aspects that you have. There's a couple different types of elements in... No, that's not quite what I wanted to say. For all the elements in Thaumcraft, they manifest a couple of different times. These right here are research points for the aspects. And what we do in here, one of the things we can do in here, we can click on air, and we can click on water, and we hit this purple thing, and it'll mix them together. And that one I know will make Motus, which is a pretty useful one. And yeah, you can come in here and just combine. When you do that, though, it does, if you notice I got an 18 there and a 20 there, it will use them up, even if you are mixing things that don't necessarily work well together. And yeah, there's like several layers of doing stuff there. And these, to get more of this research, go around with your Thaumeter, which I just realized that I'm going to want a little bit, another one. You go around with your Thaumeter and scan things. For instance, can I scan this? Nope, nothing. The Arctic work table, nothing. Okay, so let's go back to Thaumonomicon. So if you, let's look at something, what do I got? Let's go to basic information. These are good ones to start with. Research expertise, click to get a research note for this research. What that means, actually, here, let me show you, I'll tell you. Show you a little bit. If you don't have them in your inventory, it'll tell you you need scribing tools and paper to get this research note. So let's click on it. We now have, I have one for the Gobble's Revealing I accidentally clicked on earlier, but now we have one for research expertise. So let's go over to our research table, and we'll put research expertise, the notes, up there on the top right. Now, this right here, this window here, is how we unlock that research. And you can tell that there's these 2 question mark things that I don't know what those are yet. I have suspicions on a couple of them, and I'm trying to remember how to mix things. That's not what I wanted. No, hold on. Motion, no. I need life. There we go. And then life and motion. There's cheaty things online if you want cheaty things. I prefer not to use cheaty things when I can. Although I'm trying to remember how we get... No, I need... I need rotten flesh, I think. You can pretty much... A lot of things you just gotta work your way towards. it takes a while to unlock everything. Do I have any, actually, are there any like simple ones that I can get right now? And yeah, no, when you're first starting out, go through, oh, here we go. Nidor should be pretty easy. Let's grab Nidor, and we'll throw it in there. And we need to connect, in here in the Nidor screen, we've got Lux, and we have Fire. And we have to connect them and draw a line between them. And what we do, over on the left-hand side, we grab the aspect of Fire, and we're going to drop it on the field. And you'll see it'll have a line drawn on it, and it'll glow. Because if we take something that doesn't connect to things, like this ice I said, it's just drawn on in black there, and it's not going to work there. So if we then put another light, and another light, and then maybe an air between them, that'll connect the original aspects to each other, and that'll finish the research. And we can now go and we hold it in our hand, we right click it, and because I'm in creative mode, it doesn't use it up, which is interesting. And now you can see here in the Thaumcraft, we have access and we can look at how to do it, and also it tells us a little bit more about the future, and some things would be able to be more open to us. So that is that. Let's talk about nodes. I've got these goggles of revealing on, which is pretty cool, because I node crap Thaumcraft help. I know I have seen the command that I need. I know it exists. I just have to find it. It might not exist. I don't see it. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna use cheaty. Oh, I can just pick up a node. Sweet. That'll work. That's how I do it, I guess. Let's put it up in the air a little bit. Let's get ourselves a bit of a dirt pillar. Once you get the thaw meter, there we go. Let's actually pull off our goggles of revealing. As you wander around in the world of Minecraft, the world of the WandCowPack, you'll occasionally see these things glowing up in the air above you. And if you hold your mouse over it, what am I looking at? Up above, gives us and says it's an aura node. And if we pull up the thaw meter, it actually shows up a lot brighter. You know, because I can't even, there it is. It's like right there. And then if we pull this up, bam, it's really huge. And if we right click on it with it, it says that it's a water and fire one. And when we scan it, we gain aspect points. Once you have goggles of revealing, they show up that bright all the time. Really easy to see. And what they're really, really useful things, because if you take your wand and come up to them, you can right click and you draw some of the vis is what it's called, from the node into your wand. Now with an iron cap wand, you have to be careful because you can entirely drain it dead, and that hurts the node. As you get better wands, like a Stami embossed silverwood wand, which is a decently high-end one, it's good. And when you hover over it, you can see that this one has 25 Ignis and 15 Aqua for the wand. That's the vis that it has in it. The node, as you can see, was a fire and a water one. If I can add another one right here, this one's just fire. These ones just add random ones. That's a Perdito I can scan, and there's a lot of different ones, and you have to go around and find them. You can scan them for aspect points, and the aspect points are dependent on how big they are, so it's always better to scan them before you drain them. And once you've got aspects in your wand, that's how you come to your arcane work table and start building stuff. And that is the basics of Thaumcraft. Anything else can be done with your Thaumonomicon. When you break those, it drops these things called ethereal essences. So those are kind of cool. Anything else I can think of? Yeah, just keep running around your thaw meter, scanning everything. Do your research. You know, this is actually the research that you can do in here. Like, here's the goggles are revealing. It's got absolutely nothing. That's a little bit annoying, but it's so much fun to go through that. I want to add Thaumic Tinker and a bunch of other Thaumic things because it's so addicting to do the puzzles of the research table. I think it would be awesome if Greg Tech used like the Thaumonomicon and the research table method, so that you had to actually do research on, you know, wire efficiencies and stuff, and realize, hey, look, I've now finally been able to unlock gold wire or something instead of just being able to make it. But hey, that's just me. I think that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you much for watching. If you have any questions or comments about Thaumcraft, please leave them down below. If you know of anything in the WandCowPack that you think, oh, hey, these were ice and they melted. Sad. I thought they wouldn't. If you know of anything in the WandCowPack that you don't really understand and you think I ought to do a bit of a tutorial on, please let me know. I would love to come in here in creative mode and do it for you. And if nothing else, if you guys stay online, I'll see you next time. Peace out.